Hello, friends, and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Vergeer.
And welcome every week on So Fired. We take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues because we have so many of them. And we laugh a lot along the way. And this week we are talking about, is it too much or not enough?
Mm-hmm. So before we get into that, Lindsay, what's your So Fired of the week? I don't know why I'm talking like this.
I know.
Sometimes it happens.
She's like,
throw just
hello, I am
okay,
Chelsea
Toronto. It's
Toronto.
going to be squeaky loud here momentarily.
I know. So we're giving you a feast for the ears for the first minute.
My ASMR.
Okay, so my So Fired moment, not to be super vague about anything, but
don't worry, I will not be. It is a raunch show coming over here on the right side of the screen.
Okay. So I have decisions to make. I have things to do, conversations to have, and I'm really dreading them. But someone just made the decision for me, and I didn't have to have this conversation that I'm dreading having. And the solution that I'm seeking just kind of solved itself without going through the difficult conversation of doing it. So
do we need to have a conversation offline for a minute?
No, you know.
Am I up to speed?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, if you are like me and you have some difficult decisions to make and conversations to have, it's so fired when the other person just kind of solves a solution for you already. And they're like, well, actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm like, that's awesome. Yay. Thank you for making that very easy for me.
It is amazing how that happens.
Yeah. So super vague, so fired.
It's okay.
But, you know.
I don't think it's vague.
I think you can relate.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's your So Fired?
Okay, so I have decided to honor myself by setting a boundary for the first time. Yeah.
What boundary?
I'm going to remove myself from a situation that I feel is not giving me everything I need. I would say it's giving me 25% of what I need.
Oof. That's low average.
Yeah, that's not great. However, here's the problem. Mm-hmm. It's the best sex I've ever had.
You know, we had this question a few weeks ago on Advice from Besties, like, what if only one guy is giving you 50% of what you need and the other one?
The other thing.
I know, so...
Because vagina creates feelings in the heart. I don't know if you know this. Okay, so let's get back to this question. I decided to honor myself and said, you know what? Despite the fact that this is pretty amazing, I have to set a boundary. Mm-hmm. But what the fuck? You know, Dr. Brent is sitting on the edge of his seat wondering, after the 10 years, every third Thursday of the month at 10 a.m., it's like, is she finally going to stick the landing and do what we rehearsed?
Oh, is that your therapist?
Yeah. But here's what I say to that. At no point in 10 years, I don't know how many hours that is, did we ever role play what it's like when there's sex involved. Hey, I'm setting a boundary, but I got this like curveball. Like, I feel like we should rehearse real world experiences. Like, this is life. Nobody says anything about this, do they?
Well, I guess, I know. I think when you were in therapy, that wasn't even on the table.
I know, but we should have considered it. But he did. So he would always, side note, he would always begin every session with, there's no chance you're pregnant, is there? No.
Thanks for checking in on me. That's very important.
Okay. I know we have issues, and I know we have maybe something we do like, but I just want to do a quick compo real quick.
Okay.
It's not our thing.
Okay.
So, Doug, put a in my ass.
Is this an issue?
Yeah, it's always an issue with him. So, yesterday I posted a reel that said, hey, I was in the car skiing, forgot this outfit is actually going to be used later this evening for a date.
Mm-hmm.
That may or may not have been true. So then I go skiing in Vail and I do all the things. I think I posted maybe one story.
Mm-hmm.
Came home and then Doug forced me to talk to him. And by force, I mean like he asked me a question and then I responded.
He was being a person and asking a question.
He's like, I was skiing. Like,
oh, how dare he? How dare he ask?
I was like, damn it. I was going to not talk to you. And then You know what he says?
What?
I'm really surprised you didn't post a reel while you were up there.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh my God.
Ooh, he lured you in. He fished and he got the hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, did he scorpion sting me?
Did you say anything to that?
I was like, yeah, you know what? I thought I did. And then I went through my drafts and found something. Oh, no, I said I was going to post more stories, but apparently he doesn't watch stories. So then, follow up this story, round it out, get home from skiing, take the dogs for a walk. Mm-hmm. We typically take 1 to 2 hour walks.
Very long walks.
Not uncommon. He calls me, where are you?
Oh.
Taking the dogs for a walk. What do you think I am?
Yeah.
Do you want me to come get you?
What?
Because he still thinks I'm on the date. Which may or may not have been real.
Is that like... It's like, oh, Doug's going to call you on a date. You have you text him, like, help me, and he's going to be the one to come rescue you from a bad date.
No, he's just testing to see where I am.
Yeah. But that would be funny if he did pick you up from a bad date.
No, what he's waiting to see is, does she pick up or not? Or he's calling to see, am I blocked for the 90 minutes that I'm typically blocked?
You love blocking people.
Yeah,
that is
safer.
Your jam.
It's my go-to move.
Yeah. I think I've blocked one person.
Okay, here's what I do. I'll send a torpedo Scud missile in like a barrage of nasty things. Mm-hmm. Real nasty. And then if you hit block, you don't hear what they say.
She's like, it never happened because I hit block. I didn't say any of these things. Oh, they had nothing to say to this. That's weird.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's only a temporary block.
Yeah.
Certain people are on
long-term block.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my combo. What is your issue?
Well, just to put a disclaimer out, if you love your parents, you might not relate to anything that I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm rolling up my sleeves. Let's get down to
okay. The issue is basically like, I don't want to be guilted into having to feel like my parents need to be my best friends because I'm an adult and that's what you're supposed to do. And you're supposed to be like, oh my God, I'm so sad that you're leaving. But honestly, I'm just exhausted and I'm happy to rest. So like, don't guilt me into it. Don't make me feel like I'm a bad daughter. We just are not vibing on the same levels. Like their energy level is so low. They vibe on such a low freaking frequency. It's like
freaking frequency.
It's like exhausting for me to like keep up my high vibe. And
which is a natural state for you.
Yeah, it's just a natural state. And the issue is just like, you know what? Don't make me feel bad for not talking to my parents all the time.
I hope I don't make you feel bad.
No.
Here's what I was thinking while you were saying this. You know, in the 70s and 80s, it was more in vogue not to like your parents. It was more in vogue to have a relationship like what you have.
Oh.
That was the standard. Very few people, I remember growing up, loved their parents.
I guess I am thinking of Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem. You grew up with that.
Yeah, I grew up with that.
That does not... You know who's got that? Carmen.
Oh. Yeah.
But, and that's a side topic, or a side episode in terms of like committed to your mom and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I remember more often than not people not really like it was like I have parents and I am me, and their lives were so separate, and it was more like out of obligatory family norms.
Okay, well,
yeah, this is just honest to God, like water bottles and like Instagram.
Water bottles, Instagram, be close to your parents. They're all in the same category.
Computers,
technology.
No, but what I mean is, it's like life before and life after. It's only with like the pressure of memes and stuff.
Yeah,
that we're supposed to love our parents. You love them.
I love them. It's just like I don't really have anything to say to them because we don't really have anything in common, and I live such a different life that I just can't relate. And the things that they say, I'm like, where are you from? I mean, you're from Wisconsin, but in the country. It's just like, I was recommending, hey, maybe you should like try to take these supplements because you would maybe want to live forever. I don't know. Like you seem to want to be healthy, but you're not listening to anything that I say. Not that I know anything about anything. I'm just a doctor, but who cares? So, yeah.
I think you're establishing a boundary.
Yeah, I'm definitely establishing a boundary. And when we get into the topic some more, I've turned a corner.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to hear about that.
What's your issue?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
With a Z.
There's more than one. It's shocking. Oh, I hope I didn't lose the page. Okay, I do have 3, so I'll do it really fast. Last week, we talked about douchey dudes.
Mm-hmm.
This week, because we're an equal opportunity show, we're going to talk about douchey bitches.
Love it.
Okay, ladies.
Ladies.
You don't have to be bitches, but you know what I mean. Okay. So I summoned the courage to reach out to someone I know within the Denver fashion industry and said, hey, we've been friends for so long or in the same circles. You're really, what did I say? Like, she's really very successful on Instagram by traditional standards.
Mm-hmm.
I said, would you love to grab a liquid in which we just kind of talk tips or tricks? Because I don't know which liquid you want. Do you want caffeine or you want alcohol? Like,
yeah.
Or water. We could walk around the park. So I let her pick the liquid, right? Yeah. That sets the tone of the date. And I said, hey, would you be available this such and such date at this time? Do you know what she fucking said to me?
What?
I'm not free till May. You're lucky I don't block her.
Oh my God. That is like totally something I say when I'm never playing and ever hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, that's done. So what makes that a douchey thing is, ladies, don't pretend like you don't have friends, because there are people such as myself and even you who go out on a limb, trying to initiate. We're networking. We're doing what are all the buzzwords?
We're networking. We're trying to build authentic connections. Community.
And she puts me off till May?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Now, if she was smart, okay, this isn't about that. I'll just wrap that up. Well, because she said, I have a big event that I'm hosting like April 25th. There is an hour in your day somewhere between now and May that you could have talked to me if you wanted.
Right.
If there's a want, there's always a possibility. Anyway, so I would have said, hey, come to my event.
Yeah.
Like what's great about you is we're always reciprocating.
Yeah.
You taught me that. The making of a good friend is what? How did you say it?
Well, you got to show up even.
That's exactly right.
Even when you might not want to sometimes, but you got to show up.
Every time.
Yeah.
Like if I ask you to come, yes, I can always count on a yes.
I'm like, okay, like let's do it.
Yeah.
I think that
a lot of times they're fun.
Yeah. A lot of times they're fun. I think that she probably isn't seeing any value.
Yeah.
She's like, well, what are you going to bring to me? I think she's
followers, but still.
Yeah. I think that's probably where she's coming from.
So no, thank you. Okay. 2. All righty. All right. Okay. This one's a doozy.
Okay.
When I grew up, even now, what has always been my get out of jail free card, so clutch when you don't want to have sex with men, your go-to move is,
I'm tired.
I have my monthly.
Oh.
Okay.
Has that not been working?
No, it hasn't. You know why?
Why?
You know what they say?
What?
It's okay. I like it that way.
Yeah, that's...
Ugh. Okay. So is this female liberation? I don't think so. Did we think this went through when we were like advocating for... I'm like, you guys just stole the one thing I had.
I am like, you stole my get out of jail free card, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm sore. Give me a break.
Is the one thing I don't know.
You're going to have to get like real disgusting and be like, I have a yeast infection.
Yeah, or something.
That's okay. I have a UTI. Yeah. So.
You guys are just wearing me down. All right.
I'm out of town. I'm not available.
Oh, shit. I just saw you. You see me on my...
Yeah.
Last thing.
Yeah.
Real fast. I was in Vail yesterday, and oftentimes during spring break in Vail, you'll see a lot of European people, whether primarily from South America, but whatever. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was no exception. 3 very sophisticated ladies, probably more your age. They were talking in a very sexy language. So we're all eating it's a communal table. So what does she have? There's 3 of them. One has a tall tea. Mm-hmm. One has just a tall espresso, and the other one has just like a tall cappuccino.
Okay.
They shared a salad.
Oh my God.
What did I
Between the three of them, they shared a salad.
It's like a caprese salad. Okay.
That's so sad.
What did I have?
A burger. A meat-free burger. Fries.
I had
Cheesy fries.
a hot chocolate, a grande hot chocolate, and a huge soft pretzel with beer cheese. And I'm eating by myself. That's like the equivalent of eating a pizza by yourself in public.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So today I got a tall coffee.
Were they so dainty?
Yes. I just look like a fat, trashy American.
Oh my God. Well,
those are today's issues.
Foreigners, stop making us feel fat. What? We can't help it. We're American. we love big portions and beer cheese.
It's like dripping on my shirt. There's salt everywhere.
That tracks.
That's literally that was such a bummer. And I quickly scanned the four of us and looked down and was like, oh.
Oh my God. Yeah. Way to reel it in with a tall coffee today.
I learned from my issues. Okay.
Okay. So we're talking about not enough or being too much. Correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just kind of circle back to my weekend with my family. You'll always say, and people think that I don't have enough emotions and I don't have enough of feminine energy and wherewithal of
wherewithal.
I'm
what do you even mean by that?
As in when I say something, it can get so misconstrued. I'm like, I don't know how that happened. I was just talking facts. I don't speak from an emotional place,
Yeah,
a lot. Okay.
I love that about you.
Yeah.
Why don't more people love that about you?
I don't know. Because they're like, well, she said this, so it means this. I'm like, no, I literally just said what I meant. Yeah.
I don't. Okay, go on.
So, there is someone in the world with less wherewithal than me.
What does that mean again?
Awareness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't say it. My mom said it growing up, but just because I never asked. Okay.
So in my defense, I have more than enough awareness in my life to never do this. So my mom has 5 or 6 sisters, and one of the sisters, her birthday was 2 weeks ago, and she texted all the sisters in a group chat, and she was like, okay, it's just it's not a big deal. It's only my 72nd birthday or something like that. So I don't want to do anything for my birthday. Let's just not do anything. So that was 2 weeks ago. My mom was here this weekend. She gets a text in the group chat from another sister. She's like, well, Mary's mad at you because you didn't tell her happy birthday. And my mom was telling me the situation. She's like, well, she said she didn't want to do anything for her birthday. I'm like, okay, even I know that if you don't want to do anything for your birthday,
you definitely want to do something for
you definitely want a card. You at least want someone to acknowledge your birthday.
Yeah, maybe a low-key dinner.
Yeah, maybe a low-key dinner. You definitely want something for your birthday if you say you don't want something for your birthday. So
I know that move.
I'm like, I am more than enough aware to know that.
What was your response?
I was like,
you choking on yourself?
Yeah, kind of. I'm like, well, why don't you just tell her happy belated birthday right now?
Right now.
Yeah. And so my mom was like, okay, I'll send her a card and tell her I was busy planning for this trip and happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just text her now.
I know.
Start with a phone call.
I know. Just text her. Yeah.
And then don't use an excuse.
I know. So I was like, oh.
You're really lucky you got where you got.
Yeah. I don't know how I've made it this far.
You're lucky. I mean, you pulled yourself by the bootstraps over and over.
Over and over and over again. Thank God I met you 5 years ago, and you brought me into the personal development world so I could develop into a mostly rounded human being.
Well, I think you are.
Yeah.
I think you're as perfectly rounded as one person can be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed it. You're AI.
Thanks.
Whatever you do in life. Artificial intelligence, in case you guys are wondering. She learns fast. I will tell her stupid fucking stories about people in this neighborhood, likelihood she'll never meet. And she blinks and nods her head, fucking listens. I just
these big eyes are actually also transcribed. I see you talking, and it's like Rolodexing in my head.
Wait, what?
My eyes, every time I blink, it's checking a fact, blink fact, blink fact.
No, what she does is She listens. It's like she's taking notes. And then 8 months later, I'll be like, remember that story? Blinks. Yes. I'm like, this is that person. Okay. And I don't even have to catch her up. It's incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
So you are into artificial intelligence. There is nothing you don't learn immediately. Okay. Start telling me what. Okay.
Oh, and then I decided that, I don't hate my parents anymore. I kind of got over that a while ago.
How long ago?
Maybe like a year ago.
Why?
Because I went to trauma camp for.
When did you go to trauma camp? Why are you saying these things? Okay,
like my trauma coaching camp when I went to go get certified as a life coach.
Oh, in Vail.
Yeah. Vail.
Yeah.
Arizona. Yeah. San Diego.
Where in Arizona?
Sedona.
Yeah. I'm so envious of those trips.
It's literally monthly trauma camp.
I didn't know it was trauma camp.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were naming it that.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've heard you say that. That's great.
Yeah. So I cried so much during that time that.
So don't you want to never cry again?
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. So now that I don't hate them anymore, now I'm just like, you're kind of just annoying.
Yeah. Now you have leveled out. That's it.
Yeah. Now I'm like,
to accepting parents.
Like, okay.
They don't have to be great.
No.
I'm telling you, it's a myth. It is a unicorn with these people. Okay, I know Liz and her daughter.
I know. Like, I know these ladies that are like, oh my God, like me and my daughters do this together and this. And
it makes me feel bad because I'm like.
It does kind of make me feel bad. I'm like, well, should I be doing that more? I'm like, no.
I literally can't.
I'm like, no, I just like don't think that would work. Like, I want to go shopping and get my nails done and do that. And like, my mom doesn't want to do any of that. And like, I don't know. It's just not going to happen. So now it's just an awkward relationship. It's like, imagine this. So it's me and my parents and Austin. And Austin, oh my God, just an angel from heaven, being my buffer and carrying the entire conversation for the entire time they're here. Oh my God, thank God for him.
I saw you like looking off to the distance, like over her shoulder, because they came into Pino's for pizza, I think the first night they got into town. And I was like, oh, so update. So far, listeners that have been with us from the very beginning, I actually met Lindsay's parents for the first time. We've been friends 7 years? 6?
I've been here since 2018, so 5.
Like we keep saying 5.
I know, it's been 5 for a long time.
Like Jessica's 5. Kids, they never age.
Yeah, they never age.
She even makes jokes about people she doesn't even know.
These kids don't age.
I think there's something wrong. I don't know. Wait, what was I saying?
Okay, so you met my parents for the first time.
And they're lovely.
They are lovely.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not saying. I'm just saying to the listeners from just an unbiased perspective. They're very lovely people. Lindsay gets her eyeballs from her mom, and the way they use their tongue to pronounce things behind their teeth. It sounds like I have a crush on you, but I just appreciate everything about you. And we sit so close.
I know.
A lot of things.
You can
so
see all the
get
things.
It twisted, okay, listeners?
Yeah.
There's that meme that's like you and your best friend should flirt like you date or something. Saved it. I'll show you. We'll just post it.
So yeah, basically, it's just like enough of actively not liking them now.
Why is he an angel from heaven?
Because he carries the entire conversation the entire time, and we were. Let's see. I think like one night he's like, I feel like I'm talking a lot. I'm like, yeah, you are doing such a good job. You keep on talking, because when he leaves the conversation, it's like when you're at a party and you're with your best friend and she introduces you to someone new that you have no idea who they are. And you're like, I'll be right back and go to the bathroom. And it's like, fuck. Like,
that's a good.
Yeah. That's what it's like.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
But you have Austin, so I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
So I've turned a corner and I will see them again in 6 months.
Okay. I celebrate that for you. I love that journey for you.
Yeah.
I'm really proud.
So yeah, enough actively not liking them.
There's no promised land to a relationship with a parent.
No.
Like you never just get there and you're like, this is the way it's supposed to be. Maybe this is it, where you're just indifferent and you don't have any emotions like dragging you behind.
Yeah, agreed.
Can that just be as great as it can be?
I think so.
The choices you're making are yours, right? You're not being dictated to. And you finally are kind of listening within. Hands off. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I could throw you a party. I have some balloons.
The balloons I brought you?
Yeah, that are still standing.
I saw that.
I'm at 2.3 million now.
I know.
I told some cute Argentinian boys yesterday. They might have been like 8, 9.
Were they legal?
I know. They were so handsome, and I wanted to talk to them. I might be a bit. And I was like, hey, you guys, guess. I didn't know that it hit 2.3 until I was looking at my numbers. Do you have an idea of how much time I spend on Instagram? Please guess.
Ooh, a day?
No, how many hours?
Oh, how many hours a day?
Yeah.
6.
5.
Oh. Ooh.
That's not good.
You should definitely put the timer on your app that times you out after a couple hours.
I think that's what I need to do. Because I'm getting a lot of, dopamine hits?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting DMs.
Yep.
I'm getting comments.
Yep.
My numbers are increasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty hard to put that down.
Yeah.
Okay. It was different when I was rolling out. So anyway, real quick, just like I did with the hockey player last week. And I was like, look, guys, one of my reels just hit 2.3 because they saw my face kind of light up. And he's like, you know what he said to me?
What?
When did you post it?
Oh. Ouch.
That was like yesterday. When did you post it?
Kids these days.
Oh God, there's no
Youth. Okay, well, let's go to you.
Okay, so on Sunday, I don't know what I do know what happened Sunday morning. So one of my roommates just got back from rehab. Yeah, don't I live in such a a perfect utopian? Anyway, just got back from rehab. Like some people struggling with a loved one that has addiction, you are so hopeful, but in your heart, you're preparing for the worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great to have hope when it comes to a loved one with addiction. I got to be honest, it's not easy. So he gets back from rehab and not even 7 days. And I Sunday morning kind of found out he was using again. Funny thing is, I told one of the Italian bartenders at Pino's, he's like, oh my God, heroin? I was like, no.
Whoa, back it up.
Cocaine? I was like,
no,
pen.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just the light stuff.
I actually lied. I was like, yeah, it was coke. I'm not gonna walk it back. This guy's gonna be like, that's nothing. But it is for us and for my loved one here in the house. And I was very frustrated. Where I got particularly fired up, there's no D on that fire.
No.
E or ED. There's no E or D. Okay, where I got fired up is because I know Doug. I know that he either knew about it or he was complicit.
Right.
It's either first degree murder or second.
Yeah, because
probably second.
Someone's got to get to the dispensary.
Yeah, because the other roommate doesn't have a car, and I was like,
I guess he could have Ubered.
It doesn't. I don't believe it for a second.
Yeah, no.
So that's what I saw at 8:30 in the morning as I'm headed to the 9:15 yoga. Mm-hmm. So now I'm lying there and I'm still upset. And then all of a sudden I was like, yeah. And you know who else I'm mad at? And then I realized I'm mad at all 5 men in my family, in my circle right now. Not in my family. I don't have one of those, but in my circle.
Yep.
So I came back so livid. I lost it on Doug. I was hoping that was going to help propel the situation a little bit better. And it did. I got some, hey, here's your compensation plan.
Yeah. Great compensation plan is lined up.
Very detailed.
Yep.
In which case I was so elated that I then cleared a bunch of other things, the other people, and put them on notice.
Yeah, you were really on a roll. You were firing people left and right.
Yeah. So I took that as my fire to so fired. It's not easy. It doesn't seem to be a one and done linear path. I'm a little frustrated about that. I was come on. I said the things. Again, you don't role play this.
Yeah, your therapy is just coming into play in practice.
No, it's only meeting me halfway. Because the second half is how do you actually do when they push back and you don't get it.
Right.
So now you just again and again. So with that, I don't know. So that's kind of it. I don't need to go into a lot of detail.
Yeah.
It's just, that's it.
So yeah, we've kind of just had enough of, I think actually what the moral of the story is that we've had enough of having our boundaries being crossed.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to keep them established when people keep on pushing and pushing and pushing.
Indeed.
So we're a work in progress.
That's the most truest statement. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say that you've ever said, but it's definitely one of the truest. We are. That's just life, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, we can always try to make something into a so fired moment, but sometimes it just doesn't happen like that.
Oh, remember
in
that?
a linear
Remember
way.
on Sunday, I said to you, I think you knew I was so upset.
Mm-hmm.
You even answered my phone call.
I know. I was like, ooh, something's happening.
And when I told you, you were like, ooh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to put the silence off for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and I said to you, what happens if I can't come up with the so fired from this experience?
Mm-hmm. And
what you said made me feel so good. And just like, oh. You said, well, you don't have to.
No.
You don't always have to. Some situations there is not a so fired.
Mm-mm.
That's why we do the practice of doing the things that we can, so then you can realize, like, this is substantial enough and you get a pass on this one that it just sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Yep.
It ended up not being the case. I think once I released the fact that I was waiting to see, like, that silver lining almost immediately, that didn't come, it was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like that. So I'm going to write back to Brett Sanders and ask, do I get like a free session?
Yeah. I see like a quick little
short
tune up, just a quick, like, 10-minute tune up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that on that. Yeah. Good for us.
Yeah. So
boundaries just don't look rosy.
No. Boundaries are hard. Yeah, they're not rosy.
They don't look like a meme.
Mm-mm.
They're not pretty. They don't have a gold font. There's no like gold ivy.
Yeah.
The quarter edges.
Millennial pink background.
Thank you.
Yep.
It doesn't look like that.
No.
It's messy. It's kind of like rusted and a little busted.
Yeah. Definitely busted.
Yeah. You're like, well, at least the gate still works.
It's like, this gate, I'm trying to jam it shut, and it's like on a weird hinge,
Like,
so it keeps on kind of like cracking. Yeah, gotta like lift it up and then slam it back in.
What if we just do, your ski rack?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like my ski rack where it only like fits at a perfect angle and pressure that you put on it.
Do you know how to do it? No.
I don't know. Austin did it for me.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if your boundaries are getting crossed, you need a buffer.
It helps.
Yeah.
Or someone that could just be like, yeah, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep working on.
That's solid.
Yeah, I got 2 solid buffers. But yeah, don't like feel bad if there's not a silver lining or a so fired moment.
We're not trying to be insensitive.
No. I mean, maybe there will be down the road, and maybe it's just like, well,
or maybe the so fired is just acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, or just apathy.
Yep.
Well, there's that on that.
Okay, friends. So that's what we have for you this week. Make sure that you subscribe wherever you get your podcast, because it helps us get the message out to more of your besties so we can keep on spreading the message. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.